Alexander the Great, a name synonymous with ambition and military genius, was born in Pella, the capital of the Kingdom of Macedon, in 356 BCE. His father was King Philip II, a formidable ruler who had ambitions of conquering all of Greece. Alexander's mother was Olympias, the daughter of King Neoptolemus I of Epirus. She was known for her fierce personality and strong will. Alexander grew up in a world of power, intrigue, and constant warfare. From a young age, Alexander demonstrated exceptional intelligence and an unquenchable thirst for knowledge. He received a privileged education under the tutelage of the renowned philosopher Aristotle. Aristotle instilled in Alexander a deep appreciation for philosophy, literature, and the pursuit of knowledge. This education would profoundly shape Alexander's worldview and influence his later policies as a ruler. It was during these formative years that the seeds of greatness were sown in the young prince, setting the stage for his extraordinary journey as a conqueror, king, and unifier. Ancient Greece, prior to Alexander's rise, was not a unified nation. It was a collection of independent city-states, each with its own government, laws, and army. Athens was renowned for its naval power and democratic ideals, while Sparta was known for its disciplined army and oligarchic system. A powerful force was emerging in the North Macedon. Under Philip II, Macedon expanded militarily and politically. At the young age of 20, Alexander inherited his father's throne and his grand vision of conquering Persia. His father, Philip II, was assassinated under mysterious circumstances. Though young, Alexander quickly asserted his authority over the Macedonian army and quashed any internal rebellions. His first act was to launch a campaign to subdue the rebellious Greek city-states. He marched south and decisively defeated the allied forces of Thebes and Athens at the Battle of Chaeronea in 338 BCE. This victory effectively established Macedonian dominance over Greece. Alexander, however, was not content with simply subduing Greece. He understood that true unity required more than just military strength. He needed to win the hearts and minds of the Greek people. He skillfully combined his military victories with acts of diplomacy, offering lenient terms to the defeated cities and allowing them to maintain a degree of autonomy. This approach helped to quell resentment and foster a sense of unity among the formerly fractious Greek states. Alexander's military genius was truly remarkable. He possessed a rare combination of strategic brilliance, tactical acumen, and unwavering courage on the battlefield. His campaigns were characterized by bold maneuvers, swift advances, and decisive victories against seemingly insurmountable odds. One of his most impressive victories was the Battle of Granicus River in 334 BCE, where his forces routed the Persian army, led by local satraps despite being outnumbered. This victory opened up Asia Minor to Alexander's conquest. He then marched south, liberating the Greek cities along the Ionian coast that had been under Persian rule for decades. Another key victory came at the Battle of Issus in 333 BCE, where Alexander faced the Persian king Darius III himself. Despite being outnumbered, Alexander's army outmaneuvered and decisively defeated the Persians, forcing Darius to flee the battlefield. This victory cemented Alexander's reputation as a brilliant military commander and sent shockwaves through the Persian Empire. Section 5. The diplomat forging a unified front. Alexander understood that conquering land was only half the battle. To truly unify Greece, he needed to secure the loyalty of its people. He employed a multifaceted approach, combining military might with shrewd diplomacy and cultural integration. He treated defeated opponents with respect, often offering them positions in his growing empire. Rather than imposing Macedonian rule, he incorporated Persian nobles and officials into his administration, demonstrating his belief in a unified empire that transcended cultural boundaries. This strategic integration helped to maintain stability and fostered a sense of shared purpose. Alexander actively promoted the idea of a united Greco-Persian world, encouraging intermarriage and cultural exchange between his Macedonian and Persian subjects. His vision was not simply to conquer, but to create a new world order based on cooperation and mutual understanding. His diplomatic skills were instrumental in realizing this vision, solidifying his conquests and paving the way for a new era of cultural exchange. Alexander's vision for a unified world. He sought to blend Greek and Eastern cultures. True unity required a shared identity. He encouraged his soldiers to take Persian wives. Alexander married Roxana, adopting Persian customs. He founded cities named Alexandria. These cities became centers of learning and commerce. Alexander fostered a new era of cosmopolitanism. Section 7. Ruling the realm, administration and integration. Administering such a vast and diverse empire required exceptional organizational skills. Alexander proved himself to be an adept administrator, reorganizing the conquered territories and establishing a system of governance that aimed to be both efficient and just. He retained the existing administrative structures of the Persian Empire, such as the satrap system, but appointed trusted Macedonians and Greeks to key positions. This ensured loyalty while also introducing Greek ideas of governance. Alexander also reformed the currency system, introducing a standardized coinage throughout his empire. This facilitated trade and economic integration, further unifying the diverse regions under his rule. He invested heavily in infrastructure, building roads, canals, and harbors, which not only facilitated communication and trade, but also helped to connect the far-flung corners of his empire. By blending pragmatism with a vision for a unified future, Alexander created an administrative framework that, while not without its flaws, proved remarkably effective in holding his vast empire together. Section 8. The legacy of a king. Alexander's impact on Greece. Alexander's conquests had a profound and lasting impact on Greece. His unification of the Greek city-states ended centuries of internecine warfare, ushering in a period of relative peace and stability. This allowed Greek culture and ideas to flourish and spread throughout the Mediterranean world and beyond. The vast wealth that flowed into Greece from Alexander's conquests fueled economic growth and prosperity. This period, known as the Hellenistic Age, witnessed a flowering of Greek art, literature, philosophy, and science. Alexandria in Egypt, founded by Alexander himself, became the intellectual and cultural capital of the Hellenistic world, renowned for its magnificent library and its scholars, who made groundbreaking discoveries in mathematics, astronomy, and medicine. However, Alexander's legacy is not without its complexities. His empire, while vast and influential, was ultimately short-lived. Following his death, it was divided amongst his generals, leading to rivalry and conflict. Section 9. Conclusion. The Unifier and his enduring mark. Alexander the Great died in 323 BCE at 32 in Babylon, possibly from malaria or typhoid fever. Despite his untimely demise, his impact on history remains immeasurable. He united the Greek city-states and forged a vast empire from Greece to India. His military genius and strategic brilliance are still studied today. Alexander's vision of a unified world was ahead of its time. His dream of a cosmopolitan world lived on, leaving an indelible mark. His legacy continues to inspire and intrigue.